Normally I would do the intro, but Lily's voice is the richest butter of all. So we're gonna start with Lily. It's gonna intro this episode.
Here we are, and welcome to another episode of the late night Friday night movie podcast. My voice is insane.
This is amazing.
It's a full-on "I love you, my bébés" from Friends. When Phoebe gets the cold and is like, her music career is doing amazing, and she goes, "I love you, my bébés." Then she loses her cold, and she's so upset.
But this is epic all time. This is like you when you were little voice.
This is that Lily should not have been talking at full volume in a loud place and then traveling internationally. Like, this is what you get. It's like
we should put
rich
a reel
form
out
of laryngitis.
We should put a reel out just of you telling a story with this voice.
It's ridiculous. It does sound like when people are like, I have like a frog stuck in my throat. That's how I feel. Like there's something reverberating or something. It's a weird voice. I had to go to 2 meetings today and showed up with this voice.
That's amazing. You probably won those meetings.
People were like, "Ooh, are you okay?"
Oh, really? I feel like it just makes me want to agree with you. Whatever you say, I'm going to agree with.
Looks like I'm about to whip out another cigarette. I'm so serious. So serious about this conversation.
So we're exhausted because we're back from the first leg of our Floaters Festival World Tour.
Do you know what the great writer Annika Marks said to me? She was like, "You're on a marathon and you're just stopping for a Cliff Bar." And I was like,
I actually had to buy a whole new type of Cliff Bar because Becky got me into these nut bar versions of them. So now I have Cliff Bars to alternate, and they're stuffed in all my various clothes.
Pockets. And I'm not even like, I have nothing to complain about because
except that you're traveling internationally twice in 2 weeks.
Okay, that's fine. So like that's the sort of what I get to complain about. So that's my thing.
I have nothing to complain about. I'm having a blast.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I'm very tired, and you're doing we're in 13 festivals, I think it is, in 2 months.
No, I think it's 9 festivals and 14 screenings or something like that.
Or something crazy in 2 months, and you're going to all of them.
I think there's 2 I'm not going to be fair.
You're going to. You're just not going to, the second night of them because you have to be somewhere else.
That's true.
No, but I think you're going to all of them, and they're in multiple time zones. So not international, but, well, actually, yes, because Canada.
Yeah.
But you are in multiple time zones and weather patterns. So I feel like you do win.
But the 3 of us got to be together at Woodstock, which was so much fun.
Oh, my God.
We had so much fun at Woodstock.
I heard you guys...
We had a whole day just of... we had a whole day just of the 3 of us hanging out, which was one of the best days ever. We did shopping, we watched movies, we cracked each other up. That was incredible.
It's
we're the biggest nerds. We're like, oh my God,
Well, we had a meeting canceled that day, and it'll be the one time, the 3 of us are like, it's okay. We gotta just force us to hang out together. Oh well, but that for me, it's. Yeah, the best. It's the best and the only reason to do any of this.
But as usual, we got to see some awesome movies. Some we'd seen already, some new ones. And you've seen some stuff. So do you want to go through chronologically?
Yeah, let's start with night 1.
Okay, night 1, we saw the opening film of Woodstock, Testament of Ann Lee, starring Amanda Seyfried and the Bill Pullman's son, Louis.
The other, Louis Pullman?
I think so.
Little Pullman.
But so it's a movie about the Shaker movement, and it's musical, and there's a lot of movement and music in this movie, and I was just deeply overwhelmed emotionally and physically by the whole experience.
I feel like it's written by the same people that wrote The Brutalist.
Yeah, they have a way of giving you.
Mona,
I describe it as,
and then she directed it.
I have this. The way I describe it is, they have a way of giving you emotional vertigo with the way they tell stories.
And also I'm going to look up her last name because she's from Norway. I don't know if I'm going to even pronounce it right. Things that you would think this isn't going to, like Mona Fastvold and Brady Corbet. They wrote The Brutalist. He directed The Brutalist, and now they wrote this, and she directed this. And they are partners in real life. Well, they're partners in work, and then, I guess, like romantic partners. And it's just very cool to see the evolution of that kind of collaboration on a film like this. Both The Brutalist and this are films that I definitely would be like, what? And then you see them on screen. Like, talk about people who have a vision.
Right.
Because you are on for their ride. Like, it is quite a privilege to be taken on somebody's visual journey. And you are with their movies and with this movie. Like, you have to surrender to the experience, I think.
In both cases. In both cases,
yeah.
But that's really cool. That's bold movie making. That's exciting.
And the choreography, my God.
And the movement and the singing. The choreographer was actually there and answered some questions.
And the Q&A, which was so cool.
And I think Amanda Seyfried's amazing in it. And I haven't seen the... What is it? Omelette? What's the other one?
What other one?
People are making a big deal about this other actor. It's the movie that's the same plot as the Anne Juliet play. And Shakespeare in Love.
Hamnet, Jessie Buckley. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So everyone's making a big deal about her, but man, Amanda Seyfried, I hope she's nominated. I hope she wins.
I'm sorry, but she's definitely in the running. Like, I don't know who will win, but she absolutely has to be in the running because she was mesmerizing. Incredible. Like, she's playing someone who believes that they're the second coming, right? That they are Jesus incarnate. I was like, sign me up.
Yeah, I was like, she's definitely Jesus.
Yeah, I was like, she for sure gives off like really good Jesus energy. So yeah, it was an experience. I don't know if everybody would like it, but it doesn't really matter. It's one of those films that I feel like people should just see.
Yeah, kind of, it was really cool.
Go through the experience.
And it wasn't like other things I've seen, which is very exciting.
And also, we got to meet her. I'm sorry to like name drop. And she's lovely. So, I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. We got to meet her, and she is absolutely lovely. So, yay.
And then we saw, I don't remember the order now, but we saw Holding Liat.
Which is the right order.
By
Brandon Kramer.
An incredible documentary by Brandon Kramer, an intimate documentary about one of the families of the hostage families after October 7th. And
see it wherever you can possibly see it.
What's incredibly important about this film is that Brandon lets all of the different voices of this family, which in some ways represent many different voices in Israeli society, all into the film, and they are there for you to react to. So you're not going to go in there and agree with every voice you hear, but every voice is represented in a very honest way. And then to hear him do Q&A, I just, one of the most graceful, thoughtful people I've ever heard. And I'm, very, very
I think we're indebted to
moved.
him for having made a film like this, which I think is impossible to make right now. Yeah. And so I hope everybody that can see this movie.
Yeah. It's not easy, and it may not agree with everybody's sensibilities. Like, it's not there for everyone, but it's also very honest. It's a good
exercise in like watching other people who have gone through something unimaginable tell their experience, and just let them share their experience, and you just have to sit there and be exposed to it. Because I feel like we always get to give an opinion and agree or not to agree, and what's right or what's so divisive, right?
And there are moments where you react to what people are saying,
and you're like annoyed, or you're like, I don't think the same or whatever. But it's so well done. Yeah. Really hope that also gets nominated and wins an Oscar. But
bring a tissue. I mean, I didn't cry because
you're a robot.
What is it? Yeah, you called me a robot.
Yeah, I don't.
Which is funny because I'm extremely sensitive, but I just don't cry during movies.
You just got those tears on lockdown. You're like,
no, because when tears come for me, like, it's hysterical. Okay. It's not. It's uncontrollable. There's no
just
Misty.
Like a steady stream of like boogies and tears for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, no. Mine is like hysterical death in the family tears.
And God forbid, poo. And then Becky was like, so like 3/4 of the way through, she turns to me. She's like, so you only brought me 2 tissues? And I was like, oh, no. Sorry, I have a whole like roll of toilet paper in my purse that I took out. So it was intense.
And then we got to see what continues to be, this is my new parenthood. Adult children is my new parenthood.
It was such a great sort of like way to end the day too. It was a long day.
I hadn't seen it on the big screen. I'd only seen it on the like internal festival streaming platform
for
from
Bentonville. Yeah.
And I just love that movie so much. Annika writes siblings better than anybody alive, I think. And Richie Nui has a way of fusing. He comes from a music. He used, you know how much I love music in movies, right? And how music is used in movies. And he is a very accomplished music video director. And now he's done multiple, festival films and stuff like that. So, but he anticipates, or he works with the music in his movie, in his filmmaking. That's so much fun. And then the actors are off the charts. Betsy Brandt, Tommy Sadowski, Mimi Rogers, right? Like
Ella Rubin,
Aya Cash, who we know firsthand is amazing. Like, that movie's not wide released yet, but I'm just going to keep talking about it. When everybody gets a chance, you got to see it. It's so good. And then what came after that? I feel like, then our movie.
Our movie.
But we saw Meow by Sarah Maytel Benjamin, which is a beautiful, really exciting beautiful slice of her feature about 2 girls from different backgrounds in Jerusalem. And that's another beautiful example of widening the storytelling of everything is unexpected in the way the characters behave and the backgrounds than what you'd expect them to be. And I can't wait to see that whole movie.
Yeah, that movie was great.
And then we had our movie. We had our screening. It was amazing. We're so grateful to everybody that came. It was a party. It was the homecoming we always dreamed we would have.
It was a lot of fun. It was just, I like at the Q&A, you asked whoever worked on the movie or was involved in the movie or knows the people that worked on the movie or involved in the movie to raise their hand. And so many of people in the theater are close to it. So that was super fun. And then I stayed. You guys pieced out and went to Newport Beach for that festival. And then I stayed and I got to see Magic Hour on Saturday, which I had not seen.
Oh, you hadn't seen Magic
Hour? I
hadn't
seen it. Oh my God.
Isn't that
Talk about
a big screen movie?
It's so beautiful. Oh my God.
Right, it's like an indie, so people would be like, oh, it's a small movie. And it is a small movie, but it's amazing on the big screen.
Breathtaking on the big screen. Also cried like a baby. But it's not, it's just so beautiful. And fortunately, I don't know. It's like a spoiler that I had known because I got to talk to the filmmaker. So I could think she has assumed I had seen it when I met her before I saw it. So I just rolled with it because she kind of maybe revealed a bit of it. But also you and Becky had seen it. So I knew a little bit about it, but it didn't matter. Like, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody because I think everybody, should get to see it as is. But it's so well done. And I thought it was so beautiful. I keep saying that, like, aesthetically, but also the themes.
Well, also because you're such a star-crossed lover, not star-crossed lover, but you're such a great romantic. And it's such
I love romance movies, and it's a beautiful romance movie.
But not like romance like Fabio.
No, it's like big love, romance, like Outlander. I don't know. I'm just thinking of like
Outlander.
I don't know. Like
you're like Big Love. That's the show where Bill Paxton has all the wives.
No, that's Big Love. Yeah, no, that's Big Love.
I feel like you're giving very weird.
No, I just feel like it's a movie about love that transcends.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to give other comps because if I give it's just I don't give it away. But I thought it was just awesome. She's amazing in it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is she I don't know how
Katie
you direct.
Sorry,
Katie Asselton. Yeah,
I went back and I watched on the plane. I watched The Puffy Chair. Which is
they're so good.
Which is I think that's the first Duplass Brothers movie. If not the first one, it's like the breakthrough one, and it's her and Mark
together
are mostly in the movie, and that's an awesome movie to go back and watch.
And they wrote this movie together, so I I love how in the Q&A she said that the Q&A was fantastic after, and he was there too. And she said that, you know, had she written herself for herself, she would have written a really like an easier part for her to play because she knows she has to play it. Like she can't get away from that. Plus she's directing herself. And so the fact that she had the person who knows her best in the world helping to write her character pushes the character to uncomfortable places so that she can push herself as an actor.
So that's funny,
really
because
cool.
Both of us, you sort of professionally, business-wise, and then me as a forever volunteer, like we work with our spouses quite a lot.
Right.
And I think that's a real, I didn't know this episode was going to get so deep, but I think that's a real thing. Like when Allie and I are working together on something, we can push each other or understand each other.
Than
and you
a
can be
normal
less
colleague
timid.
would. Right. And
Yeah.
more vulnerable. And so like it works really well for them. And in the morning I got to see them at a panel with the wonderful Nadia Connors, who is Walton Goggins' wife, and they work together because she's a director and she made a movie, which I also saw, so I can tell you about that you can get on Amazon or I know on Apple. And it was in the festival last year, and they all talked about working with people you love. And
which is what we do all the time.
And how it can get tricky and complicated, but it brings out like often the best in you. And so,
and then you got to be there. And so Becky and I went on to Newport, and I'll just say we had a blast hanging out with everybody there. And the one thing we had time to see was Dear Shop Girl, which is from Nira Burstein.
Cool that you got to see it.
Because it was on the big screen there. We missed it at Woodstock, and that is just awesome. With
Rory Culkin.
Rory Culkin, yeah. Awesome. It's a short, but wow. It's so funny and poignant and smart. And anyways, so I'm just interjecting that so we can get to the big moment.
Do you want me to tell the story?
I mean,
you
got to do something that we haven't gotten to do yet.
I did, and I have to say, like, it was. I definitely am glad I was there to represent. Was it a little less enjoyable because you guys weren't there with me? Yes, that's how I roll.
It made me so happy because I was the one who was like, Lily, just stay for the awards ceremony.
You said you have to stay. I changed my flight. I called American Airlines, had them change my flight. Got $100 back, actually, because it was cheaper the next day. I was like, how pissed am I going to be if I have to spend $500 on changing this flight to leave? But it actually was cheaper, so thank you. But I was a bit annoyed because, you know, this is such a great example of Shai versus Lily, because I was like, I just want to go home. I need an extra day at home, but he's asking me to do this. You know, and then I'm like, what am I going to do on Saturday? Saturday ended up being a fantastic day because that's what happens when you roll, right? Like,
right. So you got to be open. It's
you
like
gotta
surfing.
Be open.
You got to get in the water if you want to catch the waves and
exactly,
meet
and like
wonderful people and hear
things. I ended up having
things.
like a super fantastic day, and then I went to the award ceremony, which Shai encouraged me to do because Becky and Shai went out to Newport, and he was like, "We're nominated. We're not going to win." But it's good to be there and like show your face and have a producer
and experience it and be there and also to cheer on the other people.
Cheer on the other people.
Amazing people.
And you know, for the one time we're gonna get nominated, then someone should be there. And that's a very responsible Shai thing to do. And so if it was up to me, I would have been like, oh fuck it, we're not gonna win. I'm out of here. And Shai was like, no, stay. And I did. And then do you want me to just so I'm with Rachel, our wonderful director. We're nominated in the category of Best Director.
Which is so exciting.
Which is so exciting and, again, surprising. And
now, she's won these awards before.
She
right?
has. So I think that doesn't compute to me because I haven't. And so nothing I've made has ever won anything. And so I was, like, surprised. I guess my husband has won some medals, but that was in, like, fighting. So that's not the same.
You knew he already won at that point. Like, he
right.
punched the person out.
Right. And so this is different, and it was it's so funny because I just kept imagining, I'm like, what, like, big award ceremonies are like? And I was just laughing at, you know, it doesn't matter how big or small it is, and I don't think Woodstock is small, how all of a sudden, down to the wire, it becomes important. I don't believe anyone that now says that awards don't matter. Because down to the wire, when I was like, we're not going to win, at the last second, I was like, you know what? I want to win. It's not fair, you know, like, and so I don't believe anybody that says that they don't care. And the best was that they put up there's a slideshow kind of thing, like a big screen, like in the Oscars where they put up the nominees. And so they have the nominees for Best Director for Documentary. And then the following category is narrative. And so Rachel and I are chatting, and we're looking at all the documentary. And then they start describing the film that won before they announce the director. And I'm looking at the nominees, and I'm like, this doesn't seem like any of those documentaries. And then and she's also like looks a bit confused. And then they're like, the winner of Best Director is Rachel Israel for The Floaters. And I literally turned to her, and I was like, all I heard was her name. And I was like, did you make a documentary? And she was like, I did not make a documentary. I made your movie. And I was like, what's happening right now? Is this a La La Land Moonlight situation where she's going to have to go up there and to give the award to someone else because they made a mistake? It's not even the right category. And she's like, what do I do? Do I go up there? And I'm like, what would Shai do? And I was like,
wait, hold on. Then they called for her because I seen the video.
I was like, just take a minute. Let's take a beat. I was like, don't do anything. Just sit here, you and me, for a second, because they're probably going to announce the director for documentary, and then you're going to be up there with somebody else, and it's going to be so awkward. But then they called for her. Then they were like, Rachel, is she here to accept this award? So I was like, you definitely go up. I was like, go up. You got to go. And they just mixed up the categories of the films, of the order.
The order?
Of the type of film. But it wasn't a mistake. I for sure the whole time she was accepting her award, I was like, are they going to now take it away? I was like, there's no way.
Well,
I don't know. I just couldn't wrap my head around it. And, you know, there's some amazing people in the category, incredible filmmakers. And it was wonderful that they really appreciated the amount of work that went into directing our movie. Yeah. And the performances that she got out of.
Story, and what an amazing storyteller she is.
And, you know, the work that she does with the actors and all that comes through because of her. And, you know, I appreciate that she thanked us, which meant a lot. But also, you know, I just wanted to yell, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. But also now when people make those awards, I'm like, don't rush them.
When the speeches?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Like,
it's all the other interim garbage at the awards. I'm like,
they should just let people make their speeches.
If they're thanking people, I'm not interested in people's like
opinions,
pontifications and opinions.
Right.
But if there are people that worked that they want to thank, I'm like,
go right ahead. So that was really wild, and then I left. So I don't know what happened with the Best Director category for documentary because I immediately left the ceremony to call you and Becky because I was like, I had to tell you. And I don't know what you thought. Did you think there was like an emergency? Did you think we won and that's why I was calling? No, right? There's no way.
We were at a cocktail party.
And there's no way you thought we won.
No, if you called us, we answer. It's just the way it rolls.
Yeah. It was really fun to be able to tell you guys. And I definitely didn't understand until I went to the after party. And I spoke to a director who had won a big award at another festival. And he was like, congratulations. And I was like, oh, thanks. You know, and he's like, no, but this is a big deal. And he had to explain it to me.
And you didn't even win it. It's not like it's yours.
No. And I'm definitely taking like all the credit. I was just sort of like, not the credit, but I was accepting the congratulations. Because obviously it's her award and she gets to keep it. I'm not going to ask to keep it. But, you know, I think that like.
That would be hilarious.
I was like, can I have that now? But I do feel very much the way, and this says so much about her, that she definitely was embracing the whole team with that award. Like, I think that we all feel part of it, which is a good credit to her.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I bounced over to the Twin Cities, and that's a cool film festival. Jayden and his team did a great job. That was a lot of fun. And now we're back for a few days, and then on to Toronto. But that doesn't mean we haven't been watching other movies.
I watched 2 other movies in the time.
Take us to it.
I watched The Uninvited, which is Nadia Connor's first directorial debut for narrative, because she did a lot of documentaries. So for a narrative film starring Walton Goggins, her life partner, husband, and it was a cool film that takes place in a house. I thought it was really, really great. Pedro Pascal is in it as well.
Nice.
Yeah, and the main actress, I know her from Grey's Anatomy, but she was great.
Pompeo?
No, that I would know her name.
Katherine Heigl?
Okay, there's a few movies called The Uninvited. Just kidding. There's a lot of movies called The Uninvited. No, not Katherine Heigl. Elizabeth Reeser. You'd recognize her if you look her up. And Lois Smith is in it. And Rufus Sewell. He always plays like a bad guy. Oh my God,
he plays a great villain.
Yeah, and he's kind of like villainy in this. And it's just like a movie that takes place over one night in a house at a cocktail party.
Nice.
And someone shows up uninvited, and just sort of the events of the night, how they unfold. It was cool. It was a great. I enjoyed it. And then I watched The Baltimoreans, which is the new Duplass Brothers movie, which I really, really liked. But they have a very specific style of movie making, and getting to listen to him talk about making movies, especially compared to his wife, whose movie's so gorgeous. He was like, I don't know anything about lenses. I don't care about lenses. Now, his brother directed this, not him, but his film production company made it. And he was like, I just want, let somebody else figure out lenses. I don't care if it looks pretty. I just want to, 50 takes on someone's face. I want the actor stuff. I don't care how it looks. And so, but the film does have a very, I felt very cold watching it takes place over Christmas in Baltimore.
I love Baltimore movies. Things in and around Baltimore. Baltimore has a special quality to it.
It definitely has that vibe. And it's a non-traditional rom-com.
Oh,
so great. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
That's great.
So that's what I watched. Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No, I don't think there's anything else I watched. The Puffy Chair was my additional movie that
That's
I
a
had.
lot. I feel like we watched a lot.
We watched a lot, and we just told people about a lot of things that hopefully we'll get to see soon.
Yeah, might be hard to see.
But Guns N' Moses is on demand now.
Oh, nice.
So people should check that out. That's a cool movie.
Yeah, that's great.
Mark Fairstein, Alana Tal, what's his name? Neil McDonough, Dermot Mulroney. Yeah, definitely. Well, you always got to double check in your brain.
With the Dermot.
Directed, written by Sal Litvak, and it's about this rabbi who has to solve this mystery.
And Christopher Lloyd has a cameo.
Oh, this rabbi who has to solve this mystery of this murder in his town, and it's definitely not a normal way you'd see a rabbi. And Fierstein is super in it. The other thing we watched the first couple episodes of this new show DMV on Paramount Plus, which is another workplace comedy type of thing. Animal Control or Parks and Rec or anything like that. And on one hand, I think that maybe it's time to take a break from that style of show, right? At this point, we're running out of But on the other hand, we did really like the first couple episodes, and Tim Meadows is in it, and it was really funny. And but I was going to make a connection to all of this. Oh, Mark Fairstein has a cameo in the first episode as a jerk client, as a jerk customer, which I thought was really funny. All right, well, have a great week.
You too. I get to see you on Tuesday. Yeah,
Tuesday. Yeah, and if you hear this before October 29th, come see the Floaters in Toronto at the Al Green Theatre.
Yeah.
All three Cormans will be there, as will Star Podemski, which I think is
the bigger draw.
And Canadian broadcaster and fashion icon Jeannie Becker. Will also be around. But
right.
It's their
Fair.
show. All right. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Friday Night Movie, the sibling rivalry and pop culture podcast. Join the Friday Night Movie family by following @FryNightMovie on all of the socials and visiting our website, FryNightMovie.com. Our theme song is by What Does It Eat? And make sure to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for listening.